Hello, Hana. Soul Dutch Nick here. And yesterday, I bought a car. And I decided to shift the way things I've done and not try to change a system and spend time and energy there. I realized the most valuable resource I have is time. And in the olden days, I treated it the least valuable and said, I've got to get the very best price. I can negotiate the last little bit. And first of all, it's a used car, so there's that piece. And there's the whole idea of, do I want to go back and forth? And I got to be clear. I actually didn't expect to buy a car. I was planning on going to take a look at a car, and I thought, instead of spending the time driving to this dealership that's further away, let's just walk across the street, just want to cross the bridge. And let's ask for exactly what we want. I want a gasoline car. I want to have it have as little tech as possible because I want to minimize my EMF exposure. And I want it to be really quiet. 7-seater so I can actually have more family in there, all these things, every single requirement I just said. And they happen to have one to try out. I was like, oh, all right, well, I guess I'll try that out then. And as I'm trying it, I'm like, oh, this kind of works. Actually, this would really work. And then as we looked at the price and looked at the trade-in, I thought, you know what, as long as I get some numerology numbers to line up, I'm good. And then I thought, how do we do this? How do we do this? And then I thought, let's just make it happen. Let's just make it freaking happen. And it did. And it's funny because I got the mechanical checkup from my father-in-law, fantastic. I got the beloved and the son to take a look at it, fantastic. And it was almost too easy. And because it was almost too easy, there was a little bit of pushback, like, you've got to go in more, you've got to negotiate harder. And I thought, do we really want to do this? Most of the rules of this game are already structured. This isn't like Southeast Asia where everything is supposed to be negotiated. And I thought, where's the wiggle room here? A couple $100? What's my time worth? And then I got really clear again. I told them, it's like, oh, how long does this process take? Well, it usually takes a few hours. I was like, no, my time is valuable. I'm not here to play around. I'm not here to fuck around. Let's give it an hour. Let's get it done. And it was funny how bang, bang, bang. And Thursday is when we pick it up and we finalize it. And I'm looking forward to it being as bang, bang, bang as possible. And whenever it's not, just breathing and enjoying the process, woohoo! I get to enjoy the process. I've laid out my the word is expectation still, my guidance for it. And then whatever happens is what's going to happen. It's like making a plan. All right, let's plan to spend as little time as possible and then let God decide. Because how can I see the magic, the miracles? And it's funny because I would never have bought normally from the salesperson, like, geez, does she really know all this stuff? It turns out she's 23, she's super young, but she's clear and she's direct. And I want to support someone like that who has gotten into sales role so quickly because she was starting at the front desk and now she's in sales for the last 2 years. And for me, what's a couple extra $100? But for her to be able to say, hey, you're doing a great job. You're getting clear. You're making my job easier. I'm telling you the things that I want. One of them is a little surprise for my beloved. And you get to choose, right? It's just a choice. How do we want to do these things? Now, why am I saying all this? There's a few things. One, please remember your time is valuable. 2, how do we change up the processes, the way we do things, the way the expectations are? 3, how do we communicate it? And allow other people to have different value structures. Like, if you value the negotiation, the push for the very best possible price, and be able to brag about it, and that's part of the joke Jimmy Yang makes about Chinese culture, guess how much? Then do that. That's what you want. And for me, I'm like, no, my number one thing is to spend time with my family. Like, I already took a few hours away from my family. They were a little bit more tired, stressed out. And I'm like, let's get the result. Because I'm not just going through this process going, oh, I get to go to my wife and say, I didn't really go negotiating. That wasn't the one. Let's go. Keep going. And that's what happened to the last cars. We spent weeks. And it took me last time, the first time, we spent weeks. It took a while. Last minute finding the right car. The last time, I actually had to walk away from because my father-in-law was like, you're spending too much on this. And his world totally right. In my world, no, I'm not spending too much on it because if I go back and forth, my time is more valuable. And I almost bought too nice a car at that point. I'm glad I didn't because I wasn't ready for it to be beaten up that much. Now this car is more robust and I'm okay if it gets beaten up because it has the comfort. And that was the piece here too through this process. I actually was clear on what were my priorities. It used to be I wanted to be flashy, shiny, handling, all this stuff. It's like, Nowadays, 99% of the time, it doesn't matter to me. The car being quiet, the audio being good, that actually matters. And is there anything else? Getting clear on what you want. And so the final thing, this is what I'm working on right now, is what do I actually prioritize in life? What do I actually prioritize in life? And I invite you to do the same thing. Cheers. Have a great day. Ciao for now.